Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Let's get out of the hidey hole. Oh, there's a creeper over there. On the ice. The old ice creeper. But yeah, Far Lands or Bust, we're back. It is... what is today? The 25th, the day after Thanksgiving for those of us in the United States here. I kind of took a break from making videos yesterday because, you always have the family stuff to do and whatnot, but now we're back. We got Wolfie. Just got walked on by a sheep. And we're continuing on. What did I want to talk about? Somebody, I suppose everybody keeps asking, but the world size... Woof, you're blending in. The world size, we, in the last episode, surpassed 2,000 megabytes, so now we're at 2,015 megabytes. So we're exponentially expanding the size of the save file. So that's interesting. That's certainly a milestone to pass, and we're continuing on. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, some old business. I know in the last episode I mentioned... do I have a boat on me? No, I don't. I'll stick to the land. Stick to the land! I mentioned that I chose the two winners for the Guess the Distance contest, and now I've heard back from both. So I would like to say congratulations to Matty J. He won the closest without going over prize, and he chose to have a Minecraft gift code. His guess was 291021. And then, of course, the official distance was 292202. So that was actually pretty close. And I was a little bit skeptical at first, but he actually submitted his guess on the 10th, which was the first day I opened up the contest. So no shenanigans there, so congratulations for that. Obviously nobody got the smack dab on the dot guess, which I anticipated would happen, but yeah, so congratulations to Matty J. And then the random winner, out of the 716, I chose the random number generator, and it chose number 420, and the winner of that was... he's actually on YouTube. His YouTube name is amadtyper, I think is how you say it. But yeah, he chose a Far Lands or Bust t-shirt when those get released, so I'll be back in contact with him to get him his t-shirt. So yeah, hooray for announcing the winners to the contest. It was a fun little thing that hopefully I'll be able to do similar things like that in the future. Either, oh, careful Wolfie, either Minecraft gift codes or t-shirts or other such shenanigans. Wolfie? Well, you can't sit in the water. Oh, I think I fed him that. Okay. Oh. I guess I'm swimming. I was going to make a boat, but it's kind of not that far of a distance away. But yeah, that's cool. And yeah, that was all after I pressed F3 at the end of the 12-hour, 20-minute live stream, so that was cool. But yeah, speaking of that, previously, like I mentioned, we raised, after the live stream, we raised $11,739 for Child's Play charity. That's amazing. And in the last episode, I asked for your ideas for a new goal to put towards that. And if you go to farlandsorbust.com right now, I've set up a new chip-in widget. We're starting from $0. Our new goal is $29,220. That's loosely based off of the 292202 coordinate, but unfortunately the chip-in widget doesn't allow you to put cents in, so I couldn't put 29220 and then 20 cents. So the new goal is $29,220. And I put a end date of a year on that. I don't, because there's no, caves. Because there's no, like there's no specific, the previous date I kind of went with Minecraft's release, but there's no specific date, so I'm just putting kind of an open-ended date on that. I'm hoping we can reach that before then, and we can do another sort of celebration. But I was between that or $82,000, but that seemed like quite the goal to go up, to tack on another zero to our original goal. So the new goal is $29,220, and I've got the ball rolling by putting in the amount that we raised, because I mentioned during the live stream any ad revenue I make I would put towards Child's Play charity. So I rolled that over and put that to a nice rolling start to this charity. So if you want to keep contributing... Oh, that's weird. I have to knock that down. Excuse me, Wolfie. Woof. So if you want to... What was I saying? How about that? Oh. That? Yeah. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I don't want to be standing on it, but that might happen here. Aw. Oh, Wolfie. Hold on, this is going to be hilarious. Why won't it go down? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, and he's back. Oh, oh, and I missed it. Dang it. You distracted me, Wolfie. I missed the falling sand. Anyway, easily distracted. As I was saying, if you want to... Whoop. If you missed your chance to contribute to Child's Play charity, you can now do so again because it's a new chip-in widget over at farlandsorbust.com, and we'll be keeping track of that and doing things along the way. And then, of course, when we reach 100% of that, I'll have to think up something else amazing and fantastical to do. Probably I'll press F3 again to see how far we've gotten then, and maybe I'll do another live stream and whatnot. I'm still working on getting the world download set up and a overhead map for the website back from the previous save. So I have a copy of that save. I'll be doing all that too. So you can still look forward to that as a holiday extravaganza. No, I don't know. A holiday thank you to you guys, and of course for reaching 100% of our previous goal. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about with that. What else is going on? I'll hopefully be able to... I'm recording this on Friday, so I'll hopefully be able to get this up and rendered and uploaded to YouTube by the end of the day today. So I did want to give you guys a reminder. Maybe some of you will be watching this on Saturday, but on Saturday morning, the Mars Curiosity rover is going to be launching at... The window opens at 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 9:02 a.m. Central Standard Time in the United States here. That's my current time. So if you want to, they're going to be broadcasting that live on NASA TV. It's just nasa.gov/ntv if you want to watch that. And like I said, they're also holding a NASA tweet up, so you can follow on Twitter, NASA tweet up hashtag, and you can follow along all the people there. I'm starting to watch today. They're taking their tours, and just like I got to go into the VAB, I should pick up actually... get back here, boat. I should pick up some wood. What was I saying? Oh, I'm watching, they're taking the tours of the VAB, and Endeavour is actually there. When I was there in August for the Juno NASA Tweet Up, Discovery was in the VAB, so it's kind of cool seeing people go through kind of the same experience. But yeah, that's happening tomorrow. I'm certainly going to be trying to watch. That's going to be something amazing. I mean, we're sending a robot to Mars that's going to be roving around. It's going to land in Gale Crater, which is kind of a crater that they've chosen that has evidence of past, liquid sediment and stuff. So they're going to be checking out to see if there was ever liquid water on Mars, which they've actually... It was cool when I was at the Juno NASA Tweet Up. They had a press conference where they discovered evidence of current water flows on Mars, where they were looking at the edges of mountains and things, and you could see the kind of flows that in the summer on Mars were caused by water, and then they kind of receded in the winter. So that was really cool. So they think even now there might be flowing liquid water on Mars. So that's really cool. But yeah, they're sending the rover. And actually there was a for any of you who follow The Big Picture or In Focus, or these two kind of photojournalistic blogs, In Focus had a really cool feature where they have all the pictures of them putting together the Mars rover, and you can see all the different, the big heat shield and the spacecraft that's going to be going in, and it's a gigantic thing. Like I said, it's the size of a Mini Cooper, which, it's a Mini Cooper, it's small, but in terms of we're sending this thing to Mars, it's the largest rover we're sending, and it's it's got its own nuclear power plant in the back there. That's how it's getting its power. It doesn't have solar panels, so really cool stuff that's happening there. It's going to be really a stressful launch. But it's the same, almost the same rocket that the Juno spacecraft went on, which was successful. But for those of you who follow the NASA and the space stuff, Russia recently, last month, had a probe going to Phobos, which is the moon of Mars, to get a sample return, and they had all kinds of problems. And I think they launched it, but it got stuck in. Oh, this is kind of pretty, a nice little vista. Let's dock here. It's always neat when there's a waterfall that ends up flowing down into an actual body of water. A nice gentle horizon here. Let me... Ooh, underground, very tiny underground lake. That's weird. Let me make I need to make the elevated hidey hole. Let's do so here. 1, 2, 3. I think I already have a bed in my inventory. Whoa, almost fell off. Let me do that. And yes, I do. What was I saying? Let me go to sleep. And awakeness. How you doing, Wolfie? I guess I should kill some pigs, the next ones I come across. But yeah, what was that? Oh, Russia, they sent it off, but it got there was a communication error, and the second stage never burnt to get it out of Earth orbit, so it's been stuck in Earth orbit, and it's, I know recently they got some sort of their first contact with it, so they're going to try to reboot it and try to, get it on its way, but Russia doesn't have that good of luck. In the last 50 years, they haven't been able to get anything to Mars, and so that's unfortunate. But the Mars Curiosity rover is NASA, so hopefully that works out. But the launch is really stressful, and for this one, the landing is going to be very stressful because it's so big that they can't use the airbag system that they used in the previous Mars rovers. Ooh, another waterfall. It's the Valley of the Waterfalls, is what I'm calling this area. I have deemed it so. This would be a nice place to kind of settle down. I gotta get my compass in here, so I'm making sure I'm going the right way. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, they're not using the airbag system. It's going to be this sky crane system where it enters Mars's atmosphere and has a drag chute and slows down, but then it separates from the chute and then slowly lowers the rover on cables, and then it kind of hovers with jets, kind of retro jets kind of fire, and it's really going to be a stressful few moments. I think it gets there in 8 months, so I think next August or something like that is when it's due to land on Mars. I'm not sure. I'd have to fact check that, and I'm sure the snarky yellow text overlays will inform you if I'm incorrect. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. So yeah, I'll be watching that tomorrow, and probably if you watch me on Twitter, you'll be seeing a lot of retweets and things like that about all the people at the NASA Tweet Up and launches and things like that. So that's really cool. Looking forward to that. What else is going on in the world? I suppose since we're back to our regularly scheduled Far Lands or Bust episodes. Wolfie? Oh, taking a swim. I can answer some questions. It's Black Friday, ooh. And I didn't go out. By the way, I don't participate in the Black Friday events. A few years ago, actually a while ago, it was before I got my job of 5 years previously, I worked at a Circuit City for the season and did the Black Friday thing and wanted to rip my brain out. That was just the worst thing ever. So yeah, working retail on Black Friday is a horrific experience, especially at a Circuit City, which of course no longer exist because they suck. But yeah, so I don't participate in that anymore. I just did some shopping on the internet. I do all my shopping on the internet. No need to go out and deal with other human beings in the real world. The internet is a magical place. But yeah, it's the holiday season, and I had a few questions asked me about astronomy and telescopes. Somebody asked that, oh, they don't have that much money, but they're interested in astronomy. Well, what kind of telescope would they recommend? Or somebody else asked what kind of telescope they should get if they're thinking like a lightweight kind of situation. I guess I should say my telescope, I've mentioned this quite a few times. Does this tree not have a stump? These two trees don't have stumps. What's going on? What kind of shenanigans are these? It's weird. But they're all like joined together. Oh, lava. Not going that way. Watch it, Wolfie. I suppose I should have been breaking my boat. What was I saying? Oh, the telescopes. Yeah, my first telescope was from Orion Telescopes. Sponsor. No, Orion Telescopes. I think it's telescope.com is their website. They have every imaginable type of telescope. And, but I got an 8-inch Dobsonian, which for the person who asked about lightweight, that's not particularly lightweight. But it is very simple. There's no computers or electronics or anything. You just kind of plop it down on the ground and you're ready to observe. And that's always helpful. But if you're looking for a lightweight telescope, I would probably recommend a refractor, which is not the reflectors with the mirrors, it's got lenses. And the really popular size is an 80 millimeter refractor, excuse me. And there's two different types. There's a normal, the achromatic, which is going to be a little bit more inexpensive, and then there's the apochromatic, which is they always say an 80 ED, an ED lens or something like that. And that's just a different type of lens that kind of, the problem with the refractors, because they're using lenses, is sometimes you get false color. You'll get kind of, if you're looking at bright things like the moon or Jupiter or bright stars, you'll get kind of a purple fringe, kind of a mirror, kind of a ghost image, and that's what, if you get an apochromatic lens, the ED, kind of reduces that a little bit, so you'll pay a little bit more for those, but you'll get, a lot of people prefer those just because you don't have color. And then there's really expensive ones, but yeah, those will run you, if you get the telescope with the mount and everything, a couple $100, depending on, I know Orion has kind of a short tube 80 millimeter, which is an achromatic, which might have that problem with the purple fringe. $300-400 for the whole kit and caboodle. Whereas my telescope was the 8-inch Dobsonian, the basic SkyQuest, I think they're called. SkyQuest 8 or Skyview 8, something. Is about $350, but there's also a 6-inch, which is lighter and whatnot. But yeah, I'm personally thinking of getting, if I get money and or a job that would get me money, my next telescope would be an 80 millimeter, but an ED. I already have a tripod, so I would just get the optical tube, and that's a whole nother thing. You can buy the sets that come with the whole mount and tripod and everything, or you can buy the optical tube separately from the mounts and tripods, which if you're getting a little bit more advanced and into that might help. But I think I kind of made sense there. I don't know. Of course, there's so many other places you can buy telescopes and different companies, but Orion is good just because they have every type, and they're very good with their customer service, and they have pretty good prices usually. Otherwise, you can get them used. Otherwise, if you're really pinched for cash, I would recommend you try out binoculars first. Binoculars are a good way to kind of, without having to get the big expensive mounts and tripods and things, and it's a good way to make sure it's something you like, astronomy, and you get to learn the sky. You can just point and look. Of course, you got to be careful if you get giant binoculars. They're going to be hard to hold, and you will need a tripod to hold up your binoculars if you want to actually hold them steady or something like that. So yeah, there's so many guides out there that kind of help with that. I'm probably just rambling on about it, but yeah, if you're going to be you're looking at a telescope, you should look to spend at least about $300 if you want to get anything halfway decent. And I would always recommend, if you're going to get something really cheap, it's going to be something that gets you frustrated and you can't see a lot and it's cheap, and then it's going to turn you off of astronomy. So and even more so, I always recommend this if you have astronomy clubs in your area, which most places, if you just search astronomy clubs, and then search Google Maps or something like that, or most places have astronomy clubs, whether or not they're small or big, but you can just go and check out their public events and look through their telescopes, without having to buy your own. So that's always an option too. But yeah, that is your astronomy holiday buying guide from KurtJMac. But yeah, that I could talk about forever. Indeed. What are we doing here? Wolfie, there he is. He's doing all right. Whew. I suppose maybe in the next episode, a lot of people have been asking this also about my current job situation, and I really haven't talked about this for quite a while, and I've gotten quite a few more subscribers who probably don't know what the heck's going on. What? He doesn't have a job? What's going on? So I think in the next episode I'll give an update on that, just because I could once again go on forever on that too, but yeah, I'll answer that question in the future. More. Do I have another boat? I do. Alright, I guess I'm going to use this boat and see where we end up by the time the sun sets. Boop. Sorry, I'm kind of, I'm feeling a little weird. I'm not, I'm still getting back into the rhythm of doing these Far Lands or Bust episodes. And of course, I'm kind of a little bit worn out from yesterday, from Thanksgiving. There's always, I just do a basic thing with the family, but even, we don't really have a big family, but it's still, it's overwhelming to me to have to be in situations like that, and a lot of people blah blah blah, talk. It's for someone who's a little bit more shy and introverted like myself, it definitely is a little bit more. It wears you out. So it this is my outlet, talking to myself on Far Lands or Bust. But yeah, so I'm normally kind of quiet. So that was I've had my share of family get-togethers until Christmas, I guess, yesterday. So so yes, and that's something I've noticed. I just said it there. I'm noticing in my last few videos, maybe because I'm still getting back into the swing of things, but I'm saying a lot. And that was something Brian, Lorgon111, said he was trying to fix by doing his videos. So maybe I should think up something like that. Stop saying so much. And woof, too. You gotta stop saying woof. Wolfie, wolfie, woof. No, that's his signature thing. But yeah, anyway, I always feel like I'm scatterbrained in these episodes, but then by the time I create or upload it, you're like, we like it when you're scatterbrained or something like that, so whoopity-doo. I make the full-sized hidey hole here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope, that didn't work. And a boop. Yeah, that'll be fine. Close myself off. Woof, I know. Put down the workbench, and I'll make a couple beds here. Boop, 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 boop. And since the chip-in widget over at Far Lands or Bust is working again, I'm going to remind you to head on over to farlandsorbust.com, where you can contribute to Child's Play charity. That's what this is about. This is a walk-a-thon, if you will, to the Far Lands for charity. So you can go check that out and contribute, and we can get back on a roll. And we'll think of more amazing things to do once we reach 100%. $29,220 for Child's Play charity. That would be amazing. Congratulations once again to Matty J and amadtyper for being the winners of the last contest here for Far Lands or Bust. And I think that's all I have to talk about today. Once again, reminding you tomorrow to check out the launch of the Curiosity rover heading to Mars at NASA TV. That's going to be amazing. I'll be watching that, and you can watch with me. But yeah, certainly, thank you for watching this episode of Far Lands or Bust. Episode, what is this, 98? I've got to think of something special to do for episode 100. But yeah, thanks for watching. My name is Kurt. Happy belated Thanksgiving for those of us in the United States. I will see you next time.